symptoms alternating site. వేదనలు కుడి ఎడమలు మారుతుండుట. First the fellow has pain in the right elbow. After some months it disappears. Then again he has in the left elbow coming and going for some months. Then disappears. Then again to the right elbow like that. కొన్నాడు కూర్చొని నొప్పి మంది వెళ్తే తగ్గుతుంది, మళ్ళీ మంది వెళ్తే మళ్ళీ తగ్గుతుంది, పూర్తిగా తగ్గిపోయి ఎడం చేతికి వస్తుంది. అట్లాగే వస్తే తగ్గుతుంది వస్తుంది, మళ్ళీ మంది వెళ్తే తగ్గి తిరిగి వస్తుంది. This symptom is there in Pulsatilla also, alternating site. There are many drugs which show symptoms of sight. For example, a fellow has right-sided headache with pain in the right eyeball like boring inside. కుడి తల నొప్పి, కుడి కంటి గుడ్డులో ఉండి పొడుస్తుంది. Sanguinaria. It is a wonderful miraculous cure within hours, but it is only temporary. Because it requires another drug which is indicated for the person. Immediately the drug indicates some other which should be picked up. The same thing left-sided headache with a boring pain into the left eyeball. Spigelia. Not only headache on the left side, but neck on the left side pain through the nerve, into the shoulder also sometimes, left shoulder, and sometimes it pains into the hand, from the head, from the eyeball into the hand. It is like thin pricking sensation into the nerve. నరములని బాగా లాగేస్తుంటాయి. These two drugs work with wonderful speed. The difference is sanguinaria is only a temporary drug which never cures such headaches permanently, because it leads to deeper drugs like lycopodium and sugarcane. One wonderful thing with this drug is, if with such a headache the fellow has adenoids in the nose or tonsils in the throat, they will disappear miraculously within 2 or 3 months, permanently. Sanguinaria తలనొప్పులున్న పిల్లల్ని ముక్కులలో కాయలు ఎడినాయిడ్స్, గొంతులో కాయలు అంటే టాన్సిల్స్, కుడి పక్క కానీ ఎడమ పక్క కానీ ఏదైనా సరే అవుతాయి. Only 2 or 3 monthly doses of sanguinaria will see that the tonsils or adenoids disappear. And in one case, wonderfully enough, with a single dose, the adenoid is broken and the fellow spit it out from the throat. And little padipoyindi. One Raju boy of a fellow from Bhimavaram, treated by my brother-in-law Radhakrishna. He gave only a single dose of sanguinaria. He has repertorized the whole case, and the elders did not report of the headaches of the boy at all. They always reported about only adenoid. So you do see adenoid. వీడు repertorize చేసి adenoid గారికి sanguinaria drug వేశాడు. He was thinking of giving a second dose, but early in the morning the fellow has done like that and spit it out. తర్వాత వచ్చి చెప్పాడు, ఇట్లా జరిగింది, ఒక డోస్ వేస్తే ఇట్లా పడిపోయింది చెప్పాడు. అండ్ Spigelia is not a surface drug, it is a very deep drug. It cures the headache permanently, but one caution with these 2 drugs is required. When headaches are successfully cured with sanguinaria, about 60% of the patients go into tuberculosis of the lungs. You should be careful. శాంగునేరియాతో తలనొప్పులు నివారణమైన వారు క్షయవ్యాధికి గురియగుదురు జాగ్రత్త. Because the tuberculosis is there already in them since their birth, and the constitution has thrown the disease into a form of peculiar unilateral headache, etc. క్షయవ్యాధి వారిలో అంతకు ముందే ఉన్నది. అది బయటపడకుండా కాపాడుటకై శరీరతత్వం తలనొప్పులలో అణచిపెట్టి ఉంది. When you hit correctly at the headache, then the tuberculosis comes out. The boy goes into cough and low temperature, emaciates. Be careful. You should be able to tackle him, otherwise you should not give him sanguine. That is one caution, very serious caution about sanguine. Another caution about spigelia. When you are successful in curing this spigelia patient of his headache, about 60% of the people go into heart disease. చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా గుండెలోపు వస్తుంది. If you are confused, the patient dies of heart disease. ఏమిటో ఇప్పుడేం చేయాలి అని అనుకున్నాడు డాక్టర్, ఇప్పుడు మధ్యలో పంపించేస్తారు పేషెంట్. సో be prepared to face these two situations before you use these drugs for a chronic case. Because he is already a cardiac patient, but the constitution is saving him from becoming a cardiac patient by keeping him a patient of headache and neuralgia of left side. చాలా సీక్రెట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఈ రోజుల్లో. We may not believe sometimes. And when he goes into heart disease, half of the patients require spigelia next dilution to cure the heart disease. Spigelia వేషం తలనొప్పి తగ్గి ఓర్బాయనో గుండె తప్పు వచ్చింది, ఇంకా స్పైజీలియా జోలికి పోకూడదు అని అనుకుంటే పేషెంట్ తగ్గిపోతారు. Because it is on the way to cure and he came to a risky ground from which the constitution is keeping him away on this year, or he may be requiring legacies after that. You should study the case and retake the whole case history again and then give him the next drug. Take responsibility of treating him until he is free from those things. So these two drugs, in a way, they are dangerous. Similarly, there is a third drug which is also dangerous, which cures gastric ulcers and gastric pain and gastritis, etc. కడుపులో పరిణామశీలలు, కులసరము, గొంతు మంట, హార్ట్ బర్న్, చెస్ట్ బర్న్, throat burning, acidity, too much, and he gets pain and he vomits. Immediately, within 1 hour of reading, he gets burning or pain, or both, and he vomits. In such cases, there is one drug which gives a miraculous cure of this acidity, but lands him in a greater trouble. That drug is, it is not well proved, it is only partly proved drug which works with this disease only. Ornithobolus.
Does it belong to the birds? Any birds?
Pardon?
Ornithology is generally a
Yes.
of birds.
So it is a plant which flies, the seed flies like a bird. పౌరకాయ అది పౌరకాయ అంటారు, ఇట్లా ఎగరేస్తే రైని ఎందుకు పడుతుంది అది. Generally we give mother teacher, it works miracle. If at all he requires it, we give in 6 potency. It cures. And within a few months after the cure, there is a possibility of this fellow going into an abdominal cancer. So, don't go in for this drug generally, because you have no basis to select this drug. It is not true. It has no totality of symptoms. There are doctors who use it. Of course, I do use it, but only for 2 or 3 patients a year. When exactly 1 or 2 symptoms agree. And it worked very well with those people, and they are safe now. Yes.
What is the remedy?
Yes. The tuberculosis after sanguinuria many times requires lycopodium or tuberculinum or bacillus. So this is one symptom. Yes.
What should we do?
Answer. Therefore, we are not going to wait for the drug unless we are sure that it is surface. If the patient is mild, don't wait for the drug. If it is only a temporary phase due to some infection in the water or pollution, etc., then we can leave it. And my experience of putti acute disease and తెలిసి చాలా dangerous fight. మూడు ఒక మాట చెప్తారు. బ్లాక్ క్యానినం, బ్లాక్ వ్యాక్సినం, బ్లాక్ పెగనం. They all have something in common. Sometimes, yes, spiking heart patients may require natural also. And many times spiking higher is required. Or sometimes latex may be required. Heliborus is another example of one-sided symptom. Left side. Just like latex. Heliborus also is a left-sided symptom. The paralysis of Heliborus indicates the one hand and one leg, no movement at all, left hand, and the other hand and other leg, they make involuntary movement, continuous. ఎడమ కాలు ఎడమ చేయి పక్షవాతం లాంటి పరిస్థితి వస్తుంది. కుడి కాలు కుడి చేయి ఎప్పుడు కొడుకుంటూ ఉంటాయి. ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ ఇన్ కాంప్లికేటెడ్ కేసెస్ ఆఫ్ టైఫాయిడ్ that are spoiled by treatment, and in spoiled cases of epilepsy, and in spoiled cases of eruption fever like measles fever, they go into complications. The fellow is stupor and half conscious, and he does all those things. And another modality is symptoms extend from above downwards. బాధలు, వేదనలు పై నుండి కిందికి వ్యాపించను. The fellow will be having pain in the back of the head, and then after some months he has pain here, and then here, then here, then here, like that. Suffering section. Okay. And if he has some burning sensation in the body, if it starts in the neck, it extends down, still like that. Especially if emaciation starts in lycopodium, శుష్కించుట ప్రారంభించినతో శిరస్సు వైపున నుండి పాదముల వైపునకు ప్రయాణం చేయండి. That is, first the head and neck are emaciated. They become bony and puny. తల మెడ పొడి మెడ పడుతుంది, like the neck of a cock, the fellow will have an elongated neck, the chain, and then the upper skeleton becomes bony, the shoulders and the clavicle, etc. And then the next part. So if you see the fellow, you will find the position like that. You will find as if an exclamation mark is inverted. So emaciation extends from head to the lower organ. The opposite will be the case for patients of calcareous carpus. Emaciation starts from the legs and extends upwards. Among grown-ups, we find VIPs stopping their car and getting down from the car. One fellow will be like this, another fellow will be like this. So the lycopodium fellow talking to the calcareous carpus fellow. Then they shake hands and go to their car and they went away. వాడు అట్లీ చెట్టుంటాడు, వీడు ఇట్లీ చెట్టుంటాడు. దూరం నుంచి మనం చూసేటికి తెలిసిపోతారు. అండ్ బోత్ విల్ హ్యావ్ పాట్ బెల్లి. ఇద్దరికి కూడా డ్రమ్ము పొట్టలు ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా, గ్రోన్ అప్ పీపుల్. అండ్ బాటక్ అండ్ బెల్లి దే విల్ బి ఆఫ్ బిగ్ సైజ్, గ్రాడ్యువల్లీ లైక్ లైక్ ఏ బాక్సర్. దిస్ ఈజ్ అనదర్ మోడాలిటీ. అండ్ what about heat and cold, reaction of heat and cold? In lycopodium, it is very, very complicated. You should follow in a systematic manner. I will give you the first step today. You should have them in mind in a systematic manner, otherwise you get confused. The first is aggravation from cold weather, immunization from warm weather. Don't be in a hurry. But remember, this is true only with head and spinal trouble. For example, headache, neck pain, back pain, lumbar pain. With these symptoms, the lycopodium fellow is worse whenever the temperature is cold. He is worse whenever he applies cold water. He is worse whenever there is cold breeze. He is better whenever there is a warm application. But if it is joint pain, it is the other way around. The other joint, that is knee joint or elbow joint or ankles or stomach pain, etc. Any other pains except these two, you have to reverse this. Tomorrow you can systematically take care of 4 steps about these things. For example, aggravation from warm weather, amelioration from cold weather, to all rheumatic complaints except the complaints of head and spine. Please give your permanent addresses so that the addresses may be with us. And as you develop interest in the subject, as it is already evident from the way in which you are attending the classes, we try to help you by supplying the material and books from time to time. And also, if you evince interest in spending some of your valuable time to start one clinic locally in your place to help the suffering humanity, or if you can spend some time in service in one of the already established started clinics or the Wild Teacher Trust, after 2 years of your almost continuous free service in one of these clinics, a certificate will be issued to you by the Wild Teacher Trust, recognizing that you are one among the true brethren who wants the welfare of others. That is all. It has no academic value, but it has a cultural and spiritual and human value. And wherever there are families who expect your help, and also families who belong to the World Teacher Trust, you are expected to help them whenever medical aid is required. So after 2 years, many of you who continue to help your neighbors will be given the certificate of the World Teacher Trust. It is for that purpose we request you to fill up these application forms duly and give your permanent address so that the address may not probably change very frequently. That's all what we want. It is to keep up communication, to send you what you feel, what we feel like sending you, the up-to-date information of homeopathy and allied sciences, and also to expect some help to the people around you. These are the two purposes for which we take these application forms from. Now, we are considering the distinguishing symptoms of lycopodium. We said in spine and head symptoms, yesterday we said that the patient is aggravated from cold weather, cool weather, cold weather. But it is the other way around. Please correct it. Yesterday, the last thing I told you, it is the other way around. It is aggravated from warm weather, not cool weather. You please write it out. Yesterday, after leaving the hall, we got suspicion in the department. I gave you in a different way. You please correct it. A person suffering from headache, or hemicrania, or heaviness of the neck, or stiffness of the neck, or lumbago, that is head symptoms and spine symptoms. Those people go very bad when the weather is hot, warm. Warm weather, warm application, and warm drink, and they feel happy and ameliorated. While cool weather, cold applications, and moderately cool drink, not ice cold drink, because remember always, a lycopodium patient is very bad whenever he takes ice cold drink. A particular patient feels very good when he takes ice cold drink, but he becomes very bad, aggravated after a little time is over. Whereas lycopodium patient goes very bad whenever he takes very cool drink. So no person of appreciating very cool things at all in lycopodium. So this is one thing. This is in reference to the particular symptom of head and spine. తలనొప్పులు, పార్శ్వపు నొప్పులు, తల దిమ్ము, తల బరువు, మెడ నొప్పి, వెన్ను నొప్పి, నడుము నొప్పి, ఈ విధమైన బాధలలో వాతావరణం వెచ్చగా ఉన్నదో లైకోపోడియం రోగి చాలా బాధలకు గురి అవుతుంది. వెచ్చని ఉపచారములలో చాలా బాధపడదు. వెచ్చని పానీయములతో కూడా బాధపడదు. వాతావరణం చల్లగా ఉన్నతో ఉపశమనంలో ఉండదు. చల్లని ఉపచారములతో ఉపశమనం పొందడం, కొంచెం చల్లని పానీయములతో ఉపశమనం పొందడం. ఫర్ ఆల్ అదర్ సిమ్టమ్స్, దట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ జనరల్, ఏ lycopodium patient is aggravated from cool weather, cool application, aggravated from cool weather, cool application, వాతావరణం చల్లబడినప్పుడు, చల్లని ఉపచారములు పొందినప్పుడు, చల్లని పానీయములు పొందినప్పుడు బాధలు ఎక్కువ. కొంచెం వెచ్చగా వాతావరణం ఉన్నప్పుడు ఉపశమనముగా ఉంటుంది. Amelioration from warm climate, warm applications and warm drinks. So, suppose he is having stomachache or gastric trouble. Whenever the weather is cool from hot, he has marked aggravation. Suppose he has joint pain, gout, except lumbar gout. When the weather is cool, suddenly when there is a change of climate from warm to cool, he suffers like that. Whereas hot or cool, if it is too much, he always suffers, he cannot endure. That is the third aspect. The lycopodium patient is aggravated from extremes of heat and cold. మరీ చల్లని వాతావరణంలో మరియు ఉష్ణోగ్రత గల వాతావరణంలో అతడు బాధలకు గురి ఎదుగుతూనే ఉన్నాడు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ sometimes very subtle to understand it. You have to look to the other symptoms of lycopodium patient. It is one thing. And another marked symptom is aggravation of all symptoms from exertion. దేహం అలసినప్పుడల్లా సర్వబాధలను అధికమవుతాయి. All symptoms are aggravated from physical exertion and also mental exertion. మనస్సు అలసటపడినప్పుడు కూడా బాధలు ఎక్కువ. For example, if we think for 10 or 15 minutes, if you bestows a serious thought upon a point, he goes into headache. Or he goes into confusion and he cannot think anymore, he cannot understand what he is thinking. So along with this, you remember the previous mental symptom we said, mental confusion. If you link up these two things, you will understand lycopodium syndrome. మనసు సుస్పష్టంగా ఉండదు. Always the mind is confused. And we said the fellow is puffy. ఉక్కిరిబిక్కిరిగా ఉంటాడు, ఊపిరాడనట్టుగా ఉంటుంది. As if living in smoke. Along with this, if the fellow begins to think of a serious problem, he goes into more confusion. He cannot think of it. మనసు ఏదైనా విషయం మీద శ్రమ చేసినప్పుడు ఇక ఊహించలేని స్థితి వస్తుంది. Exactly it is the state in which apis mellitus patient is. It is quite similar. apis రోగి ఏ విధమైన మానసిక స్థితిలో ఉండనో లైకోపోడియం వాడు కూడా అదే విధమైన మానసిక స్థితిలో ఉంటారు. The only difference is that under all circumstances the apis fellow is very very happy with cool climate and cool applications and cold water. ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లోనూ చల్లని వాతావరణము మొదలగు అనేందు ఎపిస్ రోగి చాలా సుఖం అనుభవిస్తుంది. And he cannot at all endure anything warm. ఉష్ణోగ్రత పెరిగినతో ఏ పరిస్థితిని అతను గట్టిగా భరించలేడు. దిస్ ఈస్ ది మార్కెట్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ apis patient and lycopodium patient. Agaricus patient also has confusion of mind, but he doesn't have the puffiness of the patient of lycopodium or apis. And agaricus, the fellow is very happy when there is too much of burning heat beside him. పక్కన గ్యాస్ లైట్ పక్కన కూర్చుంటే వాడికి చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది, ఇస్త్రీ పెట్టి పక్కన కూర్చుంటే చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది. Agaricus fellow. if he sits by the side of burning heat, he is very happy. For example, in the fevers of Agaricus, the fellow is very chilly and he always wants to sit near the stove. So, the confusion is only between two drugs, lycopodium and apis, because they are quite similar in their puffiness and suffocated feeling, etc. ఉక్కిరిబిక్కి అవుతున్నట్టుగా ఉంటాం, గాలి ఆడకుండా ఉన్నట్లు, లోపల నుంచి మనిషి ఉబ్బిపోతున్నట్లు, ఈ మూడు కూడా రెండింటికి కామన్, లైకోపోడియం అండ్ ఏపీఎస్. బర్నింగ్లో ఏపీఎస్. Yes, that's why he wants full application. So the fellow will be having definite burning in apis, whereas in lycopodium he has many sufferings, not only strong burning. Sometimes he may have burning, but it is not important. In apis it is important. So these are the two drugs that should be compared. And whenever there is exertion, the apis fellow is also as bad as the lycopodium fellow. Alasada, physical and mental exertion, both are like that. Patients of respiratory troubles in lycopodium, for example, dyspnea or short breath, lycopodium రోగులలో శ్వాస వ్యాధులు కలవారు, ఉబసము, ఆయాసము మొదలగు వ్యాధులు, asthmatic patients, etc. They are more suffocated and more puffy than others. వారు ఇతర lycopodium రోగుల కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉక్కిరి బిక్కిరిగా గాలి ఆడకుండా నరకం అనుభవించారు. And when they do little physical exertion, they go out of breath. కొంచెం శరీర శ్రమ చేసినతో ఊపిరి బిక్కిరి అయిపోతారు. They cannot climb a gradient. కొంచెం ఎత్తుగా అప్పుగా ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రదేశాన్ని ఎక్కనేలేరు. It is a help to a lycopodium patient when he is asked to walk up a gradient. Also, to climb staircase, మెట్లెక్కుట మనకి చేతగాని పని, ఊపిరి అందదు, he goes out of breath and he has to sit down. There are heart patients who are to be cured by lycopodium. They go into out of breath, and sometimes if they just persist out of sheer willpower to climb up, they die in the middle, or they go upstairs and sit down and die. They should be very careful. ఆయాసం వస్తుంటే మెట్లు ఎక్కకూడదు, మనకి కూర్చోవాలి అక్కడ. You know, one gentleman from Visakhapatnam, they had been to a pilgrimage. Mr. C.P. Rao, the professional master of Ravan Kumar, and he had been to a pilgrimage to the south. While returning, he wanted to see one of his disciples in one town. He got down there and he went upstairs. He just inquired if his disciple was there and sat down in the chair. And before it was inquired, he died in the chair for accident. Nobody noticed it. And then afterwards, the bank manager wanted to just talk to him and say he is not there, but his fellow is not there. So he sat down in the chair for that. That is the heart disease of lycopodium. They should never climb up a gradient or stairs. And after a certain stage of disease, they should not walk for more than 3 or 4 steps at a time. They feel heaviness in the chest and pain also, and some burning sensation with choking in the throat, where people are expected to keep tablets of salpetrate with them to save the situation. ఎలపతిలో కార్బెట్రేట్ అని మొత్తంలో దాని పర్యాయం ఇంకా సహస్రనామాలు పేరు మార్చిన కమర్షియల్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి మార్కెట్లో, అది ఇస్తారు. అట్లాంటి స్థితి వచ్చినప్పుడు నాలుగు మీద ఈ ట్యాబ్లెట్ పెట్టుకుంటే పశుప్రాస్త్రం లాగా అలాగే ఈ బాధ తీసేస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు సచ్ ఎ పేషెంట్ should be treated by lycopodium very carefully. You should give lycopodium 6 one dose and wait for a few days. If the fellow is better and again if he is worse, you give him another dose. Like that, he may require 5 or 6 weekly doses of lycopodium 6 before he becomes much better. And then he may permit you to give him lycopodium 30 one dose. He goes on becoming better. You can wait sometimes 1 month or 2 months upon a single dose of 30 lycopodium. And then there may be a recurrence of symptoms when he requires another dose, a second dose. Like that, 2 or 3 doses of monthly doses or 2 monthly doses of 30 lycopodium. And then he requires 1 dose of lycopodium 200. It may work for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. Sometimes we have records where a single dose of 200 lycopodium works for 6 months in arthritis patients. In the meanwhile, you should be giving alfalfa, lecithin, tonics and all these things. That's all. I think about 80% of the people heart complaints, they are radically cured with 30 or 200 potency lycopodium. They don't require a higher potency. Then what for the higher potency? It is for the diseases other than heart disease. For example, lycopodium patients having no self-confidence, going into dejection, losing all interest in life, sitting and brooding, thinking and thinking, weeping when they see friends, they require potencies 1000 and higher also, 10,000, 1 mm and 10 mm. It is for them, not for the heart complaint patients. So you should be able to distinguish between the potencies required by heart complaint fellows and the mental fellows. If you mind these mental symptoms are prominent, you should go 1 mm or 10 mm, and then a single dose or 2 doses will cure the fellow. But be careful, when the mental symptoms are cured, I told you what happens. What happens? The patient goes into tuberculosis or sometimes heart disease. If he goes to heart disease, he requires drugs like laxatives. If he goes into tuberculosis, he requires tuberculin or lycopodium or laxatives. So these are allied drugs, lycopodium, laxatives, tuberculin. But whenever a strong mental symptom patient is better, the doctor should be prepared to face a crisis within the next few months about tuberculosis or heart disease. So it is not a feast to see an insane patient better many times. So this is about the puffed feeling and dyspnea, etc. And in the cardiac symptoms of lycopodium, you find the following symptoms also. Along with this, you please note that the fellow is having cold sweat, nose colder than the face, flapping of wings of nose, చల్లని చెమట ఎప్పటికప్పుడు పోస్తూ ఉంటుంది. రిమెంబర్, carbohydrates also, many times the lycopodium patient may require after some time carbohydrates, or a carbohydrates patient may require lycopodium after some treatment. So remember the other drug. చల్లని చెమట, ముక్కు మిగిలిన మొహం కన్నా ఎక్కువ చల్లగా ఉంటుంది. సర్క్యులేషన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ స్ట్రాంగ్. తర్వాత ఈ ముక్కు పుటాలు ఇలా ఇలా ఎగురుతూ ఉంటాయి. దట్ మీన్స్ ది లంగ్స్ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ సఫోకేటెడ్ and oxygen is being refused by the lungs. It is not received by the lungs. So whenever there is carbon poisoning, you find the wings of the nose flapping in lycopodium patients.
చల్లని చెమట అంటే
మామూలు చెమట కాకుండా ఇంకొంచెం ఐస్ కోల్డ్గా ఉంటుంది, అంటే చనిపోబోతున్న వాళ్ళకి వచ్చే చెమట లాంటి చెమట. అండ్ ది కార్డియాక్ పేషెంట్ ఆఫ్ లైకోపోడియం gradually becomes more and more heavy. That is, he goes on putting up weight. లైకోపోడియం గుండె జబ్బు ప్రవేశించిన తర్వాత ఊబ శరీరం ఏర్పడును. He develops obesity and the person is lacking in the required amount of heat. Always he is colder than normal person. వాడు మిగతా వాళ్ళకంటే ఒళ్ళు ముట్టుకుంటే ఎప్పుడు చాలాగా ఉంటుంది దొరికింది. సో వెన్ లైకోపోడియం ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ సచ్ పేషెంట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ వండర్ టు సీ హౌ దే బికమ్ థిన్ వితిన్ 2 or 3 months. Within 1 month you will find the change. The fellow becomes alert and he begins to decrease in body, and within 2 or 3 months you will find the fellow healthy. శరీరం తగ్గుతుంది. Same thing in abyss fellows also. The cardiac patients in abyss, they also grow like that, bulky. And when abyss suits any patient, the totality of abyss, if it suits any patient, he loses his bulk and becomes active and thin within 2 or 3 months, miraculously. Very rapid development will be there. So these are the 2 drugs that develop flabbiness of the body from the moment a change takes place in the cardiac system, circulatory system also. రక్త ప్రసారము, గుండెకాయ, వీరికి సంబంధించిన జబ్బు ప్రవేశించిన నాటి నుండి లైకోపోడియం రోగికిని, ఎపిస్ రోగికిని ఒళ్ళు వచ్చి ద్వంద్వ శరీరం ఏర్పడింది. ది మోర్ బాడీ హీ puts up, the more kilos he puts up, the nearer is the grave to him. That is danger. And when he is getting sure, he loses his happiness. అతనికి మందు పనిచేయటం మొదలుపెట్టినప్పటి నుండి లావు తగ్గుతా ఆరంభించారు. That means again the grave is going farther, distant. Obesity, calcarea carb. If calcarea carb symptoms are there, calcarea carb works, but it is too deceiving to believe in the flabbiness in calcarea carb, because the patient may grow flabby or the patient may grow too much thin and emaciated. Either the case. కనుక లైకోపోడియంలోను ఎపిస్లోను లాగా క్యాల్కేరియా కార్పులో మనిషి లావు అవుతాడని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయకూడదు. లావు అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా ఎండు రోగం రావచ్చు. హార్ట్ డిసీజ్ విత్ ఇమాసియేషన్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ ఇన్ క్యాల్కేరియా కార్ప్. హార్ట్ డిసీజ్ విత్ ఫ్లాబినెస్ ఈజ్ అనదర్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ ఇన్ క్యాల్కేరియా కార్ప్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు లుక్ టు ది సిమ్టమ్స్ ఆఫ్ క్యాల్కేరియా కార్ప్ బట్ నాట్ ఫ్లాబినెస్. Whereas in abyss and lycopodium, flabbiness is a deciding symptom of the cardiac patient. That is different. In calcarea carb, the symptoms will be like this. Calcarea carb, cold and copious sweat. చల్లని చెమట పుష్కలముగా పోయాను. That means neither lycopodium patient nor abyss patient has no so much supply of sweat as if bathed. మీరు ముంగే నీళ్లు పోసి బకెట్ నీళ్లు పోసి తీసుకొస్తున్నటువంటి మనిషి చొక్కాలు నీళ్ళు నచ్చిపోయి he too feels out of breath when he walks a gradient. వాడు కూడా అప్పు ఎక్కుతూ ఉంటే విశాఖపట్నంలో అప్పులు ఎక్కువ కదా, వాడు he loses his breath. And when climbing the stairs he also gets pain in the chest and heavy breath and out of breath. And this symptom is more, and also sweat more on the head. The calcarea patient has too much sweat on the head. From within the hair, water pours down like that. And also, if a thought enters into his mind, it lingers in his mind repeatedly for about 12 hours or 24 hours, sometimes 30 hours. It goes on recurring in the mind. That is Kalkarya. ఏదైనా ఒక అభిప్రాయం మనసులోకి వస్తే అదే అభిప్రాయం ఒక 24 గంటలు కానీ హెచ్చు కానీ వాడి మనసులో వేధించి సాధిస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సపోజ్ ఏ ఫెలో recollects one of his friends at London in the night. All through the night he thinks of his friend and he cannot escape it. Whereas in Lycopodium, no single thought can stand in the mind for more than half a minute. Always thoughts are changing. So that is the radical difference of mental setup between the Lycopodium fellow and Kalkarya fellow. For a Kalkarya fellow, it is impossible for him to get out of the idea that is pestering him in his mind. Kalkarya రోగికి తన మనస్సును వేధించుతున్న అభిప్రాయము వదిలించుకున్నటకు సాధ్యము కాదు. లైకోపోడియం వారికి 2 నిమిషములు కూడా ఒకే అభిప్రాయం మనస్సును ఉండదు. కన్ఫ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ ఇన్ లైకోపోడియం. సో ది బేసిక్ సెటప్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్. యూ కెన్ వెరీ ఈజీలీ అండర్స్టాండ్. So you should not compare drugs with sweat and puffiness and short breath. In the beginning itself, when we were speaking of symptoms in the philosophy of homeopathy, we talked of common symptoms and general symptoms. Do you remember, sir? I think you remember. It is very, very important. Without this, no homeopathy at all. You can use homeopathic medicines without this, but you will be making an allopathic use of homeopathic medicines. That is, you will be prescribing for the disease, not for the patient. Then you will be a miserable failure. What is the difference between common symptoms and general symptoms? What are common symptoms? Talanoppi, kadupunoppi. Yes, you are giving examples. Can you define? Please sit down. Common symptoms. Symptoms that are common to many patients on the pathological level. I told you. For example, we say the heart disease patient. He has shortness, heaviness, pain in the heart, weakness. These are called common symptoms. For example, in cancer, there is swelling. Sometimes there is oozing. Sometimes there is bad smell. Sometimes there is redness. These are called common symptoms or false symptoms. They are not symptoms at all. If you try to select a drug with these things, you will fail. Here we have the generals. Smoking, suffocated. That is suffocated. That is, you cannot specify the symptoms. But as a whole, mental symptom discouraged, lack of self-confidence. So which part of the patient it belongs? It belongs to the whole patient. They are called general symptoms. They should be given first preference. You know, water, Constantine Herring, the guru of J.P. Kent, says, and what Kent said, and what all great homeopaths say, unless you select the drug based on the subjective feelings of the patient, you can never hope of a real cure in chronic disease. That is what they say. Unless you select the drug on the basis of subjective feelings of the patient. How the patient feels, that is subjective. That means many of them are mental symptoms and many of them are modalities. How the patient feels, is more important than how the doctor feels about the patient. Many times we feel the false things. For example, a patient of heart disease of lesser danger, he feels more puffy and suffocated and restless when he wants a drug like arsenicum, amalgam or epic. He has restlessness, fear of death. Always he is conscious of his own disease and danger. Whereas a cardiac patient of a greater danger and more advanced condition will be much indifferent to his own disease and callous and cold about following the treatment and observing the principles and obeying the doctor. Because he is not worried, he cannot understand the seriousness of the case. That is the case with heart patients who want opium. A heart disease patient who is to be treated with opium, that is, who has the totality of the symptoms of opium, if you say you should not go out, he never understands and he never cares. He goes out, he gets a vertigo and falls down on the street corner. He was brought to the hospital, and when he comes to consciousness, if you go and ask him, I told you not to start out of the house. Why do you do like this? He says, no, I was all right until then, he says. He is like a pig, he can never understand. If the doctor repeats it 1,000 times, he says, no doctor, I was quite normal just a few seconds before I fell down. That is what he says. And a second time, he repeats, he goes to Madras. You give him medicine and ask him to take bed rest for 1 week. After 24 hours, the fellow goes to Madras and sends you a telephone that he was bad at Madras to prescribe some medicine. So, you can never decide from your impressions of the patient, but you have to decide only upon the general symptoms. If the patient is callous, if he is cold, if he is indifferent, you should take it as a symptom. You should never understand that he is not dangerous. చూసారా, అడిగి పడుకోమంటే పడుకుంటలేదు మంచం మీదంటే ప్రమాదం లేదని అర్థం కాదు. వాడికి మెంటల్ సిమ్టమ్ వాడు పిచ్చుకుండకూడదు. జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకుని దాంతోనే వాడికి వేయవలసిన డ్రగ్ మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో అనదర్ డ్రగ్ అంటే digitalis. Many heart patients who want digitalis, they go and walk in the streets and they get a reeling sensation and they fall down. And when you ask them why they do it, they just smile at you like dogs or pigs. They just laugh. So opium and digitalis patient. Whereas a cardiac patient of arsenicum amalgam, though he is not very serious, he always pesters the doctor day and night. If you die tomorrow. So it is not with that you judge, but you judge by his behavior. If you feel subjectively that he is going to die, you take it as a subjective symptom and select the remedy upon that symptom only. And if he feels quite indifferent and callous and cold about his health, you select the medicine upon that symptom only, because it is his subjective feeling and he will be cured. That is what Herring says, what Kent says, giving us the heart of Henry, and what E.B. Nash and all other doctors say. If you want to have a real cure of a chronic disease of some patient, you should select the medicine upon the subjective feeling of the patient and not at all the so-called objective symptoms. By tackling with the objective symptoms, you may do something, some betterment, that's all. ఏదో కొంచెం అలసట తగ్గింది, కొంచెం ఆయాసం తగ్గింది, నీరసం తగ్గిందండి అడుగుతూ ఉంటాం పేషెంట్. మందు మొదలైనప్పటికీ ఇప్పటికి తేడా ఏంటండి. సో ది లైకోపోడియం కార్డియాక్ పేషెంట్ ఈస్ quite different from the Calcarea cardiac patient. The Calcarea cardiac patient is too much pestered of the same thought again and again persistent. Select the drug upon it and verify with the other symptoms. The lycopodium fellow can never entertain any thought for more than 1 or 2 minutes. He is confused in mind. It is this difference that gives us a clue about the general symptoms, ignoring the common symptoms. I think you remember I defined general symptoms and common symptoms in the beginning. Any betterment that is not based upon general symptoms will be stopped after a time. It is only a surface betterment and the patient becomes worse once again. ఏదైనా మందు ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత రోగికి ఏ సులువుగా ఉన్నదో మనం చూడాలి. సులువుగా ఉన్నటువంటిది మెంటల్ సిమ్టమ్స్తో కూడినది కనుక అయినట్లయితే తగ్గుతుందని చెప్పి పర్మనెంట్గా తగ్గుతుంది, ఆ డ్రగ్ని వర్క్ చేస్తూ వెళ్తూ ఉండాలి. సులువుగా ఉన్నటువంటిది అన్ఇంపార్టెంట్ సిమ్టమ్స్ కనుక అయినట్లయితే యూ షుడ్ బి ఆన్ ది అలర్ట్ టు సీ ఫర్ ది మూమెంట్ వెన్ ది డిజీజ్ ఇగ్నోర్స్ ది డ్రగ్. అది చూసుకోవాలి. బెటర్గా ఉన్నది గుండె జబ్బు, హార్ట్, యూ స్టార్టెడ్ ట్రీట్మెంట్, ది ఫెలో ఇస్ వీక్. For caution's sake, when the fellow is too weak, you give a few doses of China 30 weekly or fortnightly. The fellow begins to improve. సేఫ్టీ కోసం వాడి దగ్గర డ్రగ్ సెలక్షన్కి మనకి ఎందుకైనా మంచిది కొంచెం బలం వచ్చే వరకు మరీ నీరసంగా ఉన్నాడు కనుక we give China 30 a dose a week and Ferrophos 3x a dose daily. The fellow improves for about 1 month or 2 months or 3 or 4 months. Don't believe that it is an improvement in health. It is only a betterment of the surface condition which allows you to select the required drug and administration. And do some sort. To dose yours. ఎందుకంటే బెటర్మెంట్ తప్ప క్యూర్ కాదు అది. Luckily, if he belongs to China, it will be a cure. But if he doesn't belong to China, it will be a betterment which allows you time to select the drug and understand the patient.
So at that time we did not doubt the China symptoms.
Pardon?
So China is given very often.
Yes.
We did not doubt the China symptoms.
No, China is one of the safest drugs which can be moderately replicated, provided we don't go beyond 200 potency. If it is 1 m or 10 m, a reputation harms the fellow, but in 30s and 200s, you can give a 4 or 5 doses or 6 doses without any harm at all if the doses are having some interval. ఏమిటి చైనా సేఫెస్ట్ డ్రగ్స్లో ఒకటి. బొద్దిగా దాని సిమ్టమ్స్ బొద్దిగా ఫండమెంటల్స్ కూడా సరిపోకపోతే చెప్పలేం, కానీ కొంచెం 2-3 కీ సిమ్టమ్స్ సరిపోతే పులప్ చేస్తుంది పేషెంట్. Then in the meanwhile, you have to search for the subjective symptoms. Only if you get at the subjective symptoms, you stop China and then stop the drug. Just give 1 dose. Don't repeat. The key drug should never be repeated unless the constitution shows a requirement. It is different. Now, another symptom of lycopodium is rheumatic pains ameliorated from gentle movement. కీళ్ల నొప్పులు, వాతపు నొప్పులు నిదానముగా కదులుతున్నప్పుడు, నడుస్తున్నప్పుడు ప్రాణానికి హాయిగా ఉంటాయి. And they are definitely aggravated from rest. కదలకుండా బెడ్లో పడుకుంటే 1 గంట 2 గంటలు అయితే మెజరబుల్గా ఫీల్ అవుతారు. లేవదీసి కారులో ఎక్కించి మెల్లిగా అట్లా తిప్పుకొని వస్తే కొంచెం హాయిగా ఉంటాడు. లేదా దొడ్లో పూల మొక్కల దగ్గర మెల్లిగా నడిపిస్తే హాయిగా ఉంటాడు. సో ఇఫ్ యూ మేక్ హిమ్ వాక్ జెంట్లీ, he will be better after 15 minutes or half an hour. If he takes a continuous rest, he will be worse. And again, worse from exertion. 3 steps you should remember. First, from exertion. If you make him walk for more than 5 or 10 minutes, then he is worse. He is weak and his joints are paining again and he goes into a collapsing type of condition. So, when he is at rest, his rheumatic pains are bad. When he is in movement, moderate movement, he is better. When he goes on moving or walking, he is worse. So 3 steps. Can you tell me another drug? Roscars. Having the same modality. Can you give me a third drug? Pulsatilla, exactly. So these 3 drugs have the same type of modality. When the fellow is walking calmly and mildly and moderately, he is better. When he is taking rest, he is not better. Only in the rheumatic condition, pains, not other things. And when he walks a little more, he is worse once again. And in roosters, it is more marked than the other two. No. Shooting sensational pains when he is taking the rest. It is not exactly restlessness of the mind, but it is the rest hyphen less. That is, he is not allowed to take rest. There will be pain from within if he takes rest. Restlessness is a mental symptom, whereas this is a physical symptom. There is nothing to physical symptom. In arsenic album, etc., the fellow is restless only in the mind. In these drugs, the fellow is restless in the mind about his pained parts. That's the difference. This is a subjective symptom, whereas that is purely mental symptom. And when there is suffering, if the fellow is having rheumatic pains, what can he do in the night? He cannot go on walking throughout the night. And he lies on the bed. And he goes into pain. He will be tossing in the bed. Prakapaina Kotumittadutundu. You will find like this. Like that. Many types of asanas he does on the bed. He will be tossing his head on the bed from side to side. He creates movements to the body because he is miserable. Instead of walking in the room all the night, he will be walking on the bed. That is how he is tossing in the bed all the night. Another modality about headache. Any headache is aggravated from lying. If the fellow goes to a horizontal position, the headache is horribly aggravated. Can you give me another example? Let us say monaity, the very previous drug. These 2 drugs, they don't allow the patient to keep a horizontal position when he is having headache. When he is having joint pains, he cannot keep without a movement. If he is having headache, he cannot be horizontal. Padkoledu. Kuthovalsindi lechi. Aggravated from lying, aggravated from warm room like pulsatilla and sulfur. Better from movement. పండుకొనినచో తలనొప్పి హెచ్చిపోవు. వెచ్చని ప్రదేశం ఉన్నచో హెచ్చిపోవు. కదలుతున్నచో హైగా. But in legacies, what about the last part of the symptom in legacies? In reverse, exactly. The fellow is miserable when he is moving in his headache. The legacies fellow. He cannot even wink his eyes. I told you. రెప్ప కూడా వేయలేడు. తలకాయ ఇలా కదలకుండా ఉంటేనే కానీ లేకపోతే చెంబులో నీళ్లు పోసి దింపినట్టు ఉంటుంది కదిలిస్తే. It is quite the opposite. He should keep the head erect with a stiff neck. మెడకాయ అలాగా పెట్టాలన్నమాట. కాలర్ ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తారు చూడండి. ఏదోకి సర్వికల్ స్పాండిలైటిస్ కి కాలర్ పెట్టి ఎలా కూర్చుంటాడో అలా కూర్చోవాలి. లేకసిస్ కాలర్ ఉన్నవాడు. ది లేకసిస్ హెడేక్ ఫెలో should keep his head erect without moving at all, and he cannot lie down at all. It is impossible. In lycopodium, he cannot lie down at all, but he cannot keep his head without movement. He should be doing something with the head. That's the difference. దానికి దీనికి తలలోపల తేడా ఉంది బాగా. And if he walks in the room, the headache fellow feels better. And again, first one, ఆ మధు దాకా నడిచేద్దామంటే అలసట వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఏం లాభం లేదు. అనదర్ డిస్టింగ్విషింగ్ సిమ్టమ్ ఆఫ్ లైకోపోడియం, aggravation of all sufferings from 4 to 8 p.m. సాయంత్రం 4 నుంచి రాత్రి 8 గంటల వరకు బాధలన్నీ ఉద్రేకించను. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, a patient of chronic indigestion and flatulence in lycopodium. అజీర్ణ వ్యాధి, కడుపు బరము లక్షణములు ఉన్నటువంటి వాడు లైకోపోడియం పేషెంట్. వితౌట్ ఎనీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, he is going on the street. Suddenly he experiences an urgent diarrhea, that is a loose motion, an urge for urgent motion, stool, and he has to tap the next door and then see that the bowels are clear. It is so urgent, the diarrhea. And then within half an hour, once again he has to go to the toilet, stool. So 2 or 3 broad loose motions you may have between 4 and 8. The next day he experiences the same thing. After 8 there will be nothing. He may have some clatters and some sounds. అంటే అపాన వాయువులో దీపావళి పండుగ లాంటి శబ్దాలు ఉండదు. నాట్ సో మచ్ యాజ్ ఇన్ పల్సటిల్లా, బట్ హీ ఆల్సో హ్యావ్ సౌండ్ క్లాటర్స్. బట్ హీ కెనాట్ హ్యావ్ ది డయేరియాస్. He has the diarrhea between 4 and 8. After 2 or 3 days, he grows wise to keep himself at home or in the office between 4 and 8. Lycopodium fellow. The lycopodium typhoid patient will have the temperature from the morning 101.5, 101.8, 102.2, 103.2, 102. This is 4 p.m. This is 8 p.m. So you can understand from the typhoid that it is a lycopodium typhoid. Remember that lycopodium is also one of the rank drugs for typhoid. Many times it saves life in complicated typhoid. Many people are not prepared to maintain the temperature chart. హాస్పిటల్లో అయితే టెంపరేచర్ చార్ట్ వేయమంటే వాళ్ళు వేస్తారు కనుక వీళ్ళు పడుకుంటారు కనుక పక్క మీద. మన ఇండియన్ మెంటాలిటీలో పిల్లలకి జ్వరం వస్తుందంటే టెంపరేచర్ చార్ట్ వేయమంటే తిట్టుకుంటారు, చస్తున్నట్టు ఫీల్ అవుతారు పేరెంట్స్. జ్వరం వచ్చిందండి, ఎంత ఉందండి అంటే ఉండదండి 107 దాకా ఉంటుందండి అన్న. 104 ఉందండి అన్న. కుర్రాడు నడిచి వచ్చాడు, 104 గంటలు చూస్తే 100.4 అన్నట్టుగా ఉంటుంది. But you should insist upon the fellows maintaining the hourly or 2-hourly chart in a case of temperature where there is no touching of normal every day. నార్మల్ టచ్ కావడం లేదు అంటే టైఫాయిడ్ ఏమో ఏదో ఒక జ్వరం, అనవసరంగా నార్మల్ టచ్ కాకుండా ఉండదు. ఇంకా ఏం చేయాలి అని తప్పకుండా 2 గంటలకు ఒక మాట మెయింటైన్ చేయమన్నారు కన్సల్ట్. అలా కాకుండా ఆశువుగా చెబుతున్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఇంకొక 24 గంటలు చూసి మందులు పేషెంట్ గో డౌన్ అని చెప్పాలి. లేకపోతే పేషెంట్ చేకెక్కేస్తారు. వచ్చిన వాడి కోసం మీరు దయచేస్తే పేషెంట్ వెళ్ళిపోతాడు. అందుకని యూ షుడ్ ఆస్క్ ది ఫెలోస్ టు టేక్ హిమ్ టు ఏ హాస్పిటల్. అక్కడ డాక్టర్ చెప్పు తీసుకుని చిన్నగా వాడు చేసి జాగ్రత్త చేయిస్తారు. జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండాలి. చాలా మంది ఇందులో మన విశాఖపట్నం జిల్లాలో మొగాళ్ళు చాలా మందికి డ్రంక్ అడ్మెంట్ అవుతాయి. అంటే వేళం పిల్లల్ని చూడడం, వాళ్ళకి టెంపరేచర్ చూడటం చేతగాని వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది ఉంటారు రిలేటెడ్స్. ఇంకేం చేసేది ఏం లేదు. అంటే హాస్పిటల్ తీసుకో గడ్డి కొడతా మంది ఇవ్వమని చెప్పాలి. లేదా కురాన్ దండలు తప్పాలి. సో ఓన్లీ వెన్ ది చార్ట్ ఇస్ మెయింటైన్ యూ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ద లైకోపోడియం షుగర్. దెన్ వాట్ టు డూ? Give lycopodium 200 dose. When? That is the best time. Not ahead of aggravation. Then what is your next pious duty? To wait for 48 hours if there is no critical situation. Temperature is not a critical situation. Because for 24 hours there will be no change at all. You should not change the dress. Just wait. If the patient is showing any dangerous symptoms, you should change the drug. But if the patient is maintaining the status quo or a bit better, the temperature is not better, then wait. Only after 24 hours the drug begins to work. Or we will be able to understand the action of the drug. Then the next day, after 48 hours, this will be 100 points. This will be 100.8. This will be 101.2. This will be 100. No. Here there will be a big change. 101.2. And again here it will be 100.2 or 101, between 101 and 100.2. So after 24 hours you will find this change. That means the lycopodium is working. Don't give any other thing except lecithin 3x or 6, 2 or 3 doses. Do you remember any other drug having the same time of aggravation? Yes, both to it. Pulsatilla both to it, Helicos, same time of aggravation. The symptoms of lycopodium are right-sided, the symptoms of Heliporus are left-sided, but the time of aggravation is the same. You should remember. Both drugs are often indicated in typhoid, whereas lycopodium is indicated in early stages of typhoid as well as advanced stage of typhoid.